Unit 4, Unit name Heat. In this chapter, we are going to learn the effects of heat and how heat get transferred and what is calorimeter and applications of heat. So, we already know that how heat is generated in various forms, and this you are going to see about what the results of the heat. When you apply a heat to a substance, what it outcomes. So there are three outcomes. This will happen when you apply heat. Any three of this will happen. First one, expansion. Next is rise in temperature. Next one is change of temperature. Change of state. First one, expansion. If you see the first diagram A, before heating at room temperature, this is a experiment to prove that while heating the substance will expand. First, a ring, and it is a metal ball. A metal ball is inserted into the ring, and after some time the metal ball is heated, and just it tried to insert it into the ring. It is not possible because after heating the metal ball get expanded, and after some time it cools, it will again go into that ring. So while heating, what happens, a substance will be expanding, and this will cause only in form of solid states. So expansion is only for solids. Next, rise in temperature. If you see the diagram, before heating the temperature will be normal, and the red color is thermometer to measure the temperature. After heating the temperature increases, and after some time the temperature comes back to its normal position, and the blue color is water. So rise in temperature occurs only in liquids. Next is change of state. From 6th, you know what is change of state and what are the three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. Solid, here it is given as ice as example. For liquid it is water. For gas it is water gets evaporates. So if you take when ice turns into water, that is solid turns into liquid, that process is called melting. For every solid substance there is a melting point. Got it? For every solid substance there is a melting point. And if water, that is in liquid form, it changes into gas form, that's called evaporation. So solid to liquid it is called melting, liquid to gas it's called vaporization or evaporation. And in reverse, if you take in the reverse, gas to liquid it is called condensation, and liquid to solid is called freezing. And one more state, solid to gas without coming to the liquid form. Note here, solid to direct gas, that is called sublimation. A best example of sublimation is campfire, that is sodium. And another one possibility, gas to solid without coming into the liquid form, that is called deposition. So these are the changes in the states of matter. Okay, what's that? Melting, vaporization, sublimation, condensation, freezing and deposition. So if you want, you can write one example in your classwork note, in your fair copy note. This is your homework to write one example for melting, vaporization, sublimation, condensation, freezing and deposition. Next is transfer of heat. What happens inside the substance when we apply heat? So we know that every substance consists of molecules, right? We have molecules inside every substance. So how the heat is transferred from one molecule to another molecule, because substance will contain more molecules. Thousands of molecules form substances. So how the substance get heated from one part to the another part? So there are three ways of transferring the heat. One is conduction, another is convection, and another one is radiation. So if you take first conduction, I'll give a small example for you. If you keep one cup of hot water and put a spoon on it, after some time you will feel the end of the spoon outside, not inside the cup of water. Outside the water it will be hot. So that is heat transfer. The heat is transferred from the cup to the end of the spoon. In that, see, this is first picture, this happens in that spoon. So molecule just vibrates. We usually know that what happens? Molecule vibrates. So what is taking place here is heat transferred from lower temperature to higher temperature without the moving of atoms or molecules. See, the atom and molecule is just vibrating, it's not moving. And if you see exactly the next picture, here think of that bubbles are molecules, and see it, they are moving. They are moving. They are not vibrating, they are moving. So the same way as conduction, the only difference is in conduction the molecules will not move, in convection the molecules move. So what is the exact meaning of convection is the heat transferred from lower to higher temperature by the movements of molecules. So usually conduction takes place in solids, convection takes place in liquids. So day-to-day application of convection is wind blows from one region to other region. What's that? Wind blows from one region to another region by convection. Another example, hot air balloons, heated is transferred by convection. So the balloon rises. So if you blow a balloon, it will change its shape, right? It is called convection. And next one is radiation. So for conduction it is only for solids, and convection it's for liquids. So what is another form? Gas. So that too is for convection. So where this radiation takes place? Radiation takes place in the empty space, or even through vacuum. So heat energy from the sun reaches the earth by the form of heat, and this heat is transferred from sun to earth in form of electromagnetic waves. What waves? Electromagnetic waves. So this is called radiation. So heat transferred in the vacuum or empty space is called radiation, and in form of electromagnetic waves. Radiation in our day-to-day life, what's that? Best examples? The heat from the sun reaches earth, and while standing near the fire we will feel the heat, that is radiations. And if you wear white clothes, you will not get too hot in summer days. If you wear black dress, it will absorb that radiations. So it is better to wear white cloths in the summer.